But also, hey, we're live, pal. Here comes the intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wrestle Watch Podcast presented by bodyslam.net. I am always Cassidy Haynes, owner, founder, scoopster. I do everything here at bodyslam.net. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Tom from Tom Talks Rubbish. What's going on this morning, Tom? How you doing, buddy?
Up? It's very hot in the UK, so I am melting at this precise moment.
It's hot here in the States, too, man. It's we're in the middle of like a hot week or whatever you call it. It's fucking warm.
Yeah. As I say, I apologize to you off camera, but I said, if you guys can hear a fan, I hate to say this, you're going to have to deal with it. Because
can't hear a fan. You're fine.
I am melting.
I don't want you to die, so you're good. I can't hear a fan anyway, so it's fine.
It's all right then. I am melting. Are you excited for Forbidden Door, though, Kat?
I'm excited to get there. I'm not excited to do the traveling there because it's going to be a pain in my ass. But yeah, we're recording this a day early than usual because I'm leaving sometime tonight to drive 12 hours.
Is it going up a day early?
No, I'll just put it up probably the normal. It'll go up Thursday or Friday. So
cool. Just curious.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm getting there. I'm getting excited. I've got tickets already. I got my everything planned. It's just that's a long drive, bro.
Look on the bright side. You're not flying this time.
Shit, I don't know, man. How 11 hours in the car or 11 hours in an airport and traveling? Which way do you want to do it? It's really
I'd take the 11 hours in the car because at least you're on the way home.
I don't know, man, but that's me having to do shit. Like I actually have to pay attention. I have to drive. I have to focus. I have to be like paying attention for 12 hours instead of just like sleeping in the plane.
It's a little column A, little column B situation, isn't it?
If I could afford to fly everywhere and Uber everywhere I go, I would do that. But
yeah.
I can't. So this time I'm driving. It's a little bit cheaper. Plane tickets were fucking expensive. I mean, gas is expensive right now. But yeah, it was just more affordable just for me to drive. I can save more money that way.
It's
I got a lot of stuff coming up the next couple of months too.
Me and one of my carers are planning to do like a wrestling trip in the States next year.
Be ready.
We were looking at prices and it was like, yeah, that might have to be like my 30th birthday present in a few years' time.
Yeah, I don't even know what international travel costs. I can't even wrap my head around that shit. I'm too poor for it to even think. I don't even know if I'm allowed to travel internationally, but that's another story.
So you're not going to be in Cardiff then?
I don't know if I'm allowed. I doubt it.
Okay.
I don't even think I'm allowed to leave the country, but it's whatever. That's a story for another podcast.
Yeah, that's a story for another podcast, man.
But anyway, so today because of Forbidden Door this weekend, we planned it out last week that we were going to pick 2 matches from AEW and 2 matches from New Japan Pro Wrestling and let everybody decide what we would watch this week. And I'm not gonna lie, I definitely swayed the poll one more time.
Oh yeah. even I did though. I was like, I really want to watch this.
We were losing at first. This match was losing, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with everybody?" I was like, "Come on, people!" And I made a comment and a tweet, and then next thing I know, it's like poll like swayed heavily. So sorry, I used my influence to pick what I wanted to watch, but that's okay.
Nah,
what good is being the man with people that pay attention to what you say if you can't use it to your advantage?
Without trying to show my bias, Cass, this was one that I was like. 2 of the matches I was like, yeah, that could be fun. And the one that won.
I've watched it, but it's been, I don't know how long it's been, man. Probably. I've watched it once.
Whereas I said on Twitter, I was a good boy this time. I've never seen it. And I didn't,
I'm just gonna keep making sure New Japan match. I'm just gonna keep making sure New Japan matches win because we already know you can't find it on the
come
interface
on
platform. So
That's
that way we don't have to
fair.
worry about you jumping ahead. I'm just gonna make it
That's
difficult
not
every week.
fair.
Hey, I'm busting balls. That's what I do.
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
we got a fun one. Let's go over the poll. We'll run that down. Let me pull this up real quick. So we set some matches for you guys to pick from. We ended up with 94 votes, which isn't bad.
Which isn't bad considering it only went up on Monday.
The poll went up Sunday night, Monday. No, I think it was Sunday night, late.
It might have been Monday my time.
It was Monday your time. It was Sunday night for me, like 8 or 9 o'clock, and I was like, what sucks is when I sit there and I try to do the math. I set it for 2 days and 8 hours, right?
Did you fuck up?
I set the poll for 2 days and 8 hours thinking it was Sunday night. So I'm like, okay, 8 hours. And then it'll be Monday, Tuesday. It'll end yesterday. The poll ended like a day early, an extra day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I screwed it up. So that's my bad. But hey, we got some votes out of it. But anyway, here's what we got. So the choices were Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho from Wrestle Kingdom 12.
That was me?
That was one of yours. And that received 20.2% of the vote. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa from
that
Dynamite.
One got done dirty and should be added to the poll again.
Yeah, it'll be added from their lights out match from Dynamite. That got 12.8% of the vote. The least, the cow's tail, which shocked me. But what are you gonna do?
I think that one got done a bit dirty. If I'm honest.
Yeah, it did. Nobody gave that one any love, but like I said, I swayed the poll, so it's kind of my fault. I could have been like, "Why aren't we watching this match?" And it would have been the results would have been the other way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So the next one we had Bryan Danielson versus Minoru Suzuki from
I was
Rampage.
sad this didn't win,
and that was the Rampage buy-in. Actually,
yeah, it was from the petty SmackDown Rampage buy-in stuff.
Yeah, that they gave away for free on YouTube that everybody complained about for some reason. I really don't understand people complaining. Like we were a little delayed this morning because I was responding to a message. It was because people were bitching about an article that went up about Athena talking about like her passion for WWE. How she lost her passion for wrestling, and then
was this the tweet that you went sounds about right?
No. I don't remember. Yeah, but then people were responding to the article, and one person like quote tweeted it and was like, "I hope she's happy about being relegated to Universal Studios or whatever." And in my mind, I'm like, "That's the stupidest shit anybody could say," because does nobody ever remember any of the WCW Saturday Night Main Event, Worldwide, Pro? Any of the fucking studio match shows from WCW or WWF. There was WWF Superstars, Main Event, Livewire. Dude, there was like fucking 30 shows that WWF did. That was the same thing. You would see all your stars versus local enhancement talent, or just their WWE enhancement talent, or WWF enhancement, or WCW enhancement talent. Your jobbers, your guys that come out and make your guys look good. It's been a thing for wrestling for fucking ever. So when people start bitching about sending somebody to the studio to work at Universal Studios, I'm like, you guys don't know fucking wrestling. Obviously, you don't watch fucking wrestling. You've never watched fucking wrestling, or you would know that like that's what you do. On those shows, you do stuff like that. They've done it forever.
These are the same people that if, say, Athena had come in at the pay-per-view and beat Jade Cargill that night, they
would have bitched about a WWE person coming in and jobbing out an AEW star.
Exactly.
There is absolutely no win. People are going to bitch because that's all that people are fucking good for.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, that comment always pisses me off when people complain about talent work in the Universal Studio shows, because it just shows your ignorance, honestly. And I don't care if anybody gets upset with me calling them ignorant, but you're fucking ignorant for saying shit like that. And it's just it's stupid. You showcase your talent. That's what you do. Yeah, and you don't always want to have your stars beating your stars, because then it ends up like you get this WWE situation where it's like you got guys like let me find an example, or somebody like Natalia. She's been losing matches for fucking years. Unfortunately, now she's supposed to be a world title contender. How hard is it to
these are the same
buy into that as her being a legitimate competitor when you've seen her job out to fucking every new person that they bring in, that they call up. And this is the exact opposite situation, where instead you have you send them to a studio show where you got your talents beating the guys that are working their way up that you're hoping eventually get way into the company. It's just a stupid fucking argument.
These are the same people, and this will be the last point that I make on it. But these are the same people that say the new people get put straight into programs and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's people that complain.
Yeah,
but
we digress.
Anyway, so we're gonna watch what won the poll today. The match that I had selected, which was Andre the Giant versus Stan Hansen from New Japan Wrestling in 1981. I think it's the Brady Fight Series or something like that. I think is the name of this.
Yes.
Whatever tournament they were running in 1981. I wasn't born yet. I don't know. I know you weren't born yet. You're a baby. So,
bro, I wasn't even thought about. I don't even think my parents were together.
Mine were. Mine already got married, I think, at this point. But what? No, they hadn't.
What are you, 84?
I was born 83.
Ah. Yeah. I wasn't even thought about, so I'm 99.
Yeah. It's all right.
But that was not the point.
But so we're gonna watch Andre the Giant versus Stan Hansen today, and I'm super excited because this is just two big beastly men just beating the shit out of each other.
Considering episode 2, I know how much you love Stan Hansen, so I'm excited for this.
He's awesome. He was awesome. This is like prime Stan Hansen too, in like the early '80s when he was not like old and on the back end of his WCW career. Like,
it was episode 2. It was episode 2 where we watched the eye pop out, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
I can't remember, bro.
Yeah. So that was Stan Hansen in 90, and this is Stan Hansen in 81. So like they got 9 years of like difference. So yeah, most people are familiar with Stan Hansen from like the WCW and some of his later stuff. But man, his early shit was insane. He was big ass.
I just love how, and I want to be careful how I phrase this so it doesn't sound wrong. I love how he lays shit in and how stiff he is.
Dude, he's snug. He definitely will beat the shit out of you. So this will be a fun one. But before we get started, is there anything I didn't do any of the plugs. So let's just do some of that.
Shall I help you out?
Yeah, why don't you throw it? I'm going to throw it to you, dude. Plug us up today.
So you can find the show on bodyslam.net YouTube channel. You can find the show pretty much anywhere you get your podcast. Just tap in Wrestle Watch Podcast, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You can also follow the show on Twitter at Wrestle Watch Podcast. You can follow me.
You got the Twitter wrong.
Sorry, the Wrestle Watch Pod. I do apologize.
You created that Twitter too, brother.
Yes,
so you gotta
I know.
Get it right. You gotta get it right.
I keep fucking it up.
You gotta get the plug right.
Pod.
Write this shit down.
I know. I will write this down. Right, the Wrestle Watch Pod. You can find the show there. You can also follow Cass at Casshole on Twitter, which is there. Right. You can with 3 O's. You can follow my good self on Twitter at TomTalkTrush. And you can you can send us a little bit of money if you want to help us keep the lights on at slamchats.com. Mm-hmm. Is that everything, or have I missed something?
The Body Slam Twitter, Body Slam at
Body Slam. And you can also follow bodyslam.net on Twitter at bodyslam.net.
Hey, and if you like going to websites and reading news, go to bodyslam.net and read your stuff that way instead of waiting for it to post on social. Because, guys, you're going to be waiting all day to find stuff posted on social because we have them scheduled all day long. But you can
I didn't think that was bad for me.
No, it's good. You can go to the website, though, get your news right away. You don't have to wait for it to go to social media. Mm-hmm. Just go to bodyslam.net, and that's about that. But, man, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I think you covered everything.
Did I get the Slam Chats thing correct?
Yeah. I just had it going across Bob Slam Chats. So you go there, you can send us a super chat. We'll read it on the air.
One day we'll get Tom's confidence up, so it'll be live.
Oh, brother, you're not gonna know. One day it's just gonna be out there, and you're gonna be like, okay. How did that go? I'm like, well, it's already up, pal. And you're gonna be like, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, let's watch this shit.
Let's do this.
So we're watching on New Japan World. Mm-hmm. So if you have a subscription to New Japan World, log in, go to the search bar, type in Andre the Giant versus Stan Hansen, hit search. It's going to give you some results. There's going to be one that says from 1981. I think it says Brady Fight Series. That's what we're going to watch. It looks to be a 17-minute and 8-second contest here. If you're not watching it on New Japan World, do whatever you got to do, but the match looks like it starts with Andre stepping into the ring, so as long as we're kind of dialed up with everybody there, I think we'll be good. Tom, do you want to count us down today?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this.
All right, and we got Andre stepping over the top rope. Hansen, kicking him in the chest when Hansen comes in. They're at it right off the bat, bro. Get them flowers out the ring, guys. We got these monsters beating the shit out of each other all the way. Let's go. God, look at Stan Hansen. He's got that hair. He's young now. I have that same shirt them young boys are wearing around the ring. Dude, those young boys are old here.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if you could find the name of these young boys that are around this match in 1981, it's going to be people that are like fucking superstars in the fucking late 80s and 90s.
Is it very similar to sort of like enhancement talent in WWE in some sense that like, no, not enhancement talent, but like, for example, the MJF thing with Samoa Joe.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's more like how New Japan does it now, where like Juice Robinson and like all those guys that came up together were running around the ring doing the young boy shit, and then like Shota and all those guys that are going to be at Forbidden Door were doing it too. But that mustache, Stan Hansen's got a solid mustache right here.
Oh,
damn! Look at that V-neck that the ref is wearing. That's a sexy ass V-neck.
Yeah,
bro. Look at that thing.
It's very sort of like. It's very for the times. I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah, bro. That's the most transitional 70s to 80s referee shirt I've ever seen. Like we need to show some chest hair. We need it to be real tight so you can see my muscles. It's got to have a collar to be official. Like it hits all the check marks. It checks off all the boxes. You know what I mean? Oh my God, this is 1981 Andre is something else too, because most people are like me. I was only familiar with like what I saw in WWF for the most part because I was so young.
This is gonna sound so dumb. This is pre-WWF, right?
Yeah, this is when he was still doing the territories, and they were just bringing him in all over the place. So if you watch those Andre documentaries and stuff, he probably would do a run, and then would just go to another territory, and then they would work out that territory, and then he would go to another territory. They just keep bringing him in. So yes, it's probably before he was full-time WWF. I'd say he was still probably doing like Georgia Championship Wrestling and NWA and pretty much everything at this time.
Cool.
Territory days were totally different. Like even if you were like a WWF guy, eventually you would get loaned out and they would send you to other territories.
Oh, this match is so...
God, they're just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? So big.
With the stiffer matches, do you reckon a lot's planned, or do you reckon it's just literally you win, but let's beat the shit out of each other?
They just want to beat the shit out of each other and have fun. I mean, they know who's going to win, of course.
Yeah. I knew what I meant when I said that, though.
But yeah, they're just gonna work snug. These two guys especially, because like it's got to look good. So you have to hit Andre to make it look good, and Andre has to hit you to make it look good. Oh, look at that spot. Look how much Andre can move here compared to like the late Andre when he was just a lumbering, barely could walk.
When it was literally he could only take a body slam, or that's what
like even when he did Princess Bride, he couldn't hardly walk when he filmed that movie.
What a film! Side note.
Yeah, so like it's just amazing to see him like running around, and I think he throws a drop kick in this match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you ever watch the Andre documentary that HBO did?
No, I've never seen that. I do need to make some time for it.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. It does a good job talking about like stuff that I was talking about how
because it's on a program but like a network called Now TV in this country, and I've just never made time for it. You should definitely watch it. I may do it after we've finished this.
It'd be a good follow-up, honestly. Oh, look at Stan Hansen hitting the leg. You got to chop that tree down, baby.
Do you know what I love about watching New Japan with you, Cass?
What's that?
You have a giddy excitement like a child with ice cream.
I mean, I like these kind of things just because I like Stan Hansen and I love Andre the Giant, and you don't get to see like most of my, like I said, my growing up experience was the late 80s, which was the end of both of these guys' careers, basically. Like they're on their way out. So like this is a whole different like animal right here, because I mean you're getting the
that's
peak of both of them.
The fun thing about doing this project. You've exposed me to so much different wrestling.
There's a lot. That's why I'm like, we don't need to watch a match that just happened a month ago, 2 months ago. We need to watch these old shits. That's why when I saw that, when I saw that the Danielson and Suzuki match was winning, I was like, guys, that match was 6 months ago.
Was it really 6 months ago?
If even that. He's not even been in the company a year. You know what I mean? I
know. That was just the problem with me is, as you know, I haven't had a lot of exposure to New Japan.
I know. You gotta. Well, honestly, bro, I've watched this match once and it was on a tape. Like I tape traded.
Was this during your tape? I was just gonna say that. Was this during your tape trading days?
Yeah, because I was a big Stan Hansen guy. I loved a bunch of different things. So I had this random Stan Hansen matches, Andre matches, and this is one that somebody had made a compilation and sent to me. I don't even know where it is now, but that was the only time I ever watched this match. And I wasn't even sure if it was this one. When I was looking, I was like, damn, did I pick the right one? And I saw this two from 79, but this is definitely the one that I've seen. But it's been, I don't even remember who wins. I'm going to assume Andre because it's fucking Andre, but I don't know.
I think based on the selection, though, any match we would have picked would have been fun. Out of the Andre Stan.
And the good thing here is, like, Andre, he's making Stan Hansen look like a actual. Oh, Hansen with the slam. Everybody made a big deal about Hogan doing it. Andre did it, or Stan Hansen did it in 81, baby.
This is the thing that always gets me with that Hogan thing. Like, if you look, there's enough footage of him being slammed way before the Hogan thing.
Hogan had slammed Andre plenty of times himself.
Exactly.
They had wrestled all over the country. But if it doesn't happen, in WWE, it's like, if it hasn't happened here, WWF, it hadn't happened, it doesn't exist. So that's what that mindset's been like that since fucking WrestleMania.
Boo.
But yeah, Andre, bro, like, if he liked you, he would let you slam him and stuff like that. You know,
honestly,
like, you gotta know, like, you can tell Andre really likes Stan Hansen, or he wouldn't let him do any of it.
Andre is someone that I'm like, oh, can you imagine if he was in his prime today? He would have been fun.
God, there's a chance he wouldn't have been fucking utilized correctly too. Example, Paul Wright.
Paul White, you mean?
Paul White, yeah, sorry.
Can you imagine?
Not White.
Can you imagine if they made him, like, I watched a segment the other day where Paul White was, well, he was a Big Show at the time, but he was crying on his knees. Can you imagine them getting Andre to do something like that? Yeah.
I don't know what to talk about. I remember the Giant, when he first came to the WCW, they were pretending he was Andre's kid.
They were.
For about 5 months, and then they got rid of that shit.
And then everyone was like, this is a bit distasteful. Can we
No, I don't even know if it was that. I think they just realized that people were like, it's not true. And that was point, like, right when the realism was coming in, where it's like, all right, the internet's there.
Oh, so. Like where the NWO and shit were coming in.
Yeah, and the internet was around, so it's kind of like you could easily disprove shit.
I need to stop swearing. I don't know why I keep swearing.
I fucking swear, dude. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I never do. Like, it's
I'm rubbing off on you, bro. Ooh, that sounded weird too.
Yeah, it sounded a lot
crazy. Oh, they're outside now. God, they're gonna beat their shit of each other all over the fucking.
Is this no DQ or is this a normal match?
No, they got 20 seconds to get back in the ring.
And it's on. Did they have theme music back then in New Japan or not really?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not real sure because they were already in the ring when this started.
Oh, it's bloody hot in here.
I would assume they probably had it. At this point, like, everybody was using it in America, so I'm assuming they started over here with it. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I'm sure there's new people that are more
if you know, engage and let us know in the comments.
If you actually know when they started using music, let us know. What's going on here? Stan Hansen's, there's no commentary because they didn't have English commentary for this one anyway, so I really don't know what's going on. We got some kind of powwow with an official in the corner. Andre's looking angry. He's trying to settle this. Look at Andre's hand compared to that referee's fucking body.
Jesus.
He had him by the shirt on the chest, and it took up his whole fucking chest.
All I can think of is that when Andre picks someone up, have you seen Night at the Museum?
Mm-hmm.
You know the bit where Ben Stiller's character picks Owen Wilson's character up?
Yeah.
That's all I can think.
We got more officials in the ring. Andre's not happy. We got a mic. What is going on? Did the match end at the count out and now we get 7 minutes of bullshit? I don't know what happened. I don't speak Japanese.
You know who we should get on to do a Japanese one?
Who's that?
Someone called Karen Watches Wrestling.
Okay.
She does a lot of Japanese content and she speaks quite good Japanese as well.
It looks like we got the crowd likes it, so it looks like we got him. That guy looks like he's with Andre, the white gentleman that's there with and the Japanese officials. All right, we're back in. We got Stan Hansen charging. We're back going. They restarted the match. I bet it was a count out and they restarted it because they had to have a winner. Look at that arm drag. Andre taking arm drags, bro.
I know. I asked Maggie this question during our interview this week. Do you think wrestling is a universal language?
Yes.
And most of it can translate to...
Yes, 100%. My buddy Chase works New Japan. He doesn't speak Japanese. He's just started learning it like last year, and he's been there for fucking 5 years now. And I'm like, I asked him, I was like, so what happens when you wrestle somebody that doesn't speak English? And he's like, oh, dude, wrestling is a universal language.
Is this your roommate? Yeah.
No. This is my buddy Chase Owens that was the IWGP Tag Champion up until like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Bullet Club, Chase Owens. But no, when I've asked him, he's talked about it because he's over there all the time. He does tours 3 times a year, 4 times a year. He's over there most of the year, but he doesn't speak Japanese, and he's learning it. I think he's probably a lot better now than he was last year. But yeah, he didn't speak Japanese, and I was like, "What do you do when you don't work with somebody that doesn't speak English and you don't know how to communicate?" He's like, "Dude, wrestling, it's universal language. You just kind of
The reason
you talk your way through it
is because she only had English commentary and she didn't speak English at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, how did you understand? She was like, you understand when someone's being punched in the face.
You do. You can see it. But yeah, like, oh God, look at Andre throwing a fucking Kimura or whatever that is, or a hammerlock, or no, what is that? That's a Kimura almost, isn't it?
Yeah. Is he on his back yet?
Yeah, they're both on their back with the Kimura locked in.
Yeah, that's a Kimura.
Now he's over top of them. They're getting up to their feet now. Andre with the he's stretching him. Oh God! Look at the size difference. And Stan Hansen is a fucking big
He's not a tall man, short man either, is
dude. Stan Hansen's like 6'5", 6'7".
He tower above me. I'm 4'11".
You're my mom's height.
Am I?
I'm 6'1".
Sadly, dude, that's a side effect of cerebral palsy.
I know. God, look at him just fucking manhandling. Dude, that's the thing is Andre's just manhandling Stan. He just picked him up and dragged him to the middle of the ring like he was nothing, dude. That's a fucking 300-pound man.
That's fun.
God, that slam. Dude, did you see him bounce? Fuck. Uh-oh, Andre with the splash. Oh, he misses.
What was Andre's finisher, as dumb as that sounds?
I think he just splashed you. Or he clawed you maybe with the claw. I don't know at this point. I don't know what he was using in 81. He would just do big man stuff and sit on you or would use the iron claw, the claw hold, if I remember correctly. Oh, this with the boot. Stan Hansen with the lariat. Oh my God, the crowd goes nuts. Andre threw the ropes from the lariat. Look at Andre selling that lariat, bro. God damn, Andre selling for you is something else, man.
Is that another sign that he likes you? As dumb as that sounds.
Yeah. Go back and watch those documentaries. If he didn't like you, he would not sell and he would beat the shit
I
out
am
of you.
so going to watch that documentary.
Yeah, they talk about how, like, one of them talks about how Big John Studd he didn't like Big John Studd, and Big John Studd was horrified, scared as shit of Andre because every time they had to work together, he was just like, is Andre going to beat the shit out of me tonight?
Is it Andre that Lex Luger's in the cage with and he just runs away?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. Ignore me.
Yeah. Andre and Luger probably never would have crossed paths.
Oh,
Andre died in like 93. Oh, Andre taking the ref out.
30
I'd say
years ago this year.
I'd say we're throwing that out.
Yeah.
Referees, roll him out, guys. God, could you imagine getting chopped by Andre the Giant? You just chopped the
No,
shit.
thank you.
His
Okay,
hand's
let me
bigger than
ask you
your
a
head.
question. Volta or Andre?
Who?
Gunter
Walter?
or Andre chop? Yeah.
I would never want to take a chop from Andre because if he hit you as hard as he could, he would fucking probably break your chest.
But then again, I wouldn't want to take a Walter chop either.
Man, my buddy Anthony Henry used to be Asher Hale in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 episodes of me taking chops, it's a chop from JD Drake and a kick to the chest from Anthony Henry. And
we'll have to try
in those videos,
yeah.
Anthony Henry specifically says like he's taking chops from JD Drake and from Walter, and JD Drake chops harder.
Next time I go to an indie show,
God damn, look at him just throwing people around.
Oh, I love this. I'm going to try and set something up for Body Slam where I take chops.
Do it, brother. It's not fun. It hurts. It sucks. Are you guys going to keep these two apart? Like, let's see if these young boys can do it.
All I can think when I hear chops now, Cass, is you've seen the Chris Van Vliet video, haven't you?
Of him taking chop from
the flatbacks school.
Probably. Look, oh God, look at this pull apart.
Oh, it's brilliant.
How are these guys gonna keep these two fucking guys apart? You're gonna get more young boys out there. Man, I really wish I knew this era of New Japan enough to be able to spot who these young boys are, because or these young lions are, or whatever they want to call them, because they end up being fucking the majority of the superstars from the 90s and the late 80s in New Japan. There's so much chaos. I don't even know how this match ended. I think it was a no contest, which is another indication that Andre likes you, because he wouldn't. Yep, that was it. I think it ended in no contest. Well, that's fun.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, Andre's great. I love Andre matches. Just because it's like you have to realize that he really was the biggest, the biggest person in the ring at all times. Like if he didn't want to do something, he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah,
and you couldn't make him do it. There's no way you could make Andre I'm going to slam you here. If he didn't want you to slam you, if he didn't want you to slam
he would
him,
sandbag you essentially.
He's not good. You're not going to pick him up and slam him. Yeah. If he doesn't want you to do it, you're not going to do it. So, yes, if you go back and watch Andre matches and you see him actually letting guys get some shine, you're like, oh, he must have liked that guy. And then you go back and watch the ones where he just beats the fuck out of somebody and doesn't really sell shit. You're like, he must not like that guy.
He don't like that guy.
Yeah, I like that guy too well. So, yeah, go back and watch that documentary, because there's a lot of good stuff with talking about Macho Man was horrified.
If I do it, I'll send you a message and be like, that was fun.
Macho Man was horrified of him too. So that was one of those. There's some good stories about Macho being scared and hoping that Andre's not going to fucking beat the shit out of him. I'm hoping it's
still on Now TV. If not, I'll have to just put it in YouTube.
I'll find it for you. Yeah.
I'm sure it's on YouTube by now.
Yeah, it was an HBO documentary. I think it was just called Andre, or it was called The Giant or something like that.
It was called Andre the Giant.
Yeah, we're both. I was combine my two incorrectnesses and we got it correct. So next week, what are we doing? Next week's it'll be the 1st of July.
When is SummerSlam, my guy?
Fucking August.
Oh, okay. So what do you
SummerSlam's end of July. SummerSlam's end of July, the last weekend, because it's the same.
So what do you fancy doing?
I just want to randomize it, be whatever. Just do anything we want. Pick whatever. Or you pick two.
We haven't done a female match yet, so shall we
do all 4 female matches next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a plan to me already.
I've got 2, but I know you'll need a little bit of time.
I've got one, but I have to look up who's in it. I just know it's a WCW pay-per-view match from 91 or 2, where they brought a bunch of the women from Japan over and they did a good job.
It is good though, right? It's not like
it was a good match.
Distasteful, shall we say.
It's early WCW.
Okay.
It was before they started doing the fucking terrible WWF bra and panties shit. This is when there was actually real wrestling.
Oh, thank God for that.
And it was Japanese women. Japanese women aren't going to do that stupid shit.
I've got 2. Shall I tell you my 2 now, or shall I tell you later?
Just tell us later. We don't need to. They don't need to hear that yet. We'll see it when they do the poll. What do you got going on this weekend, man? What's your plans?
So
watch the pay-per-view.
I'm gonna obviously watch pay-per-view, work at the cinema, and then maybe if some people get back to me, some more interviews for Tom Talks Rubbish. We're trying to get some more interviews. We've crossed the 50 mark for this year, which I was so proud of, by the way.
Nice.
And if you guys, can I plug my content now?
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys want to check out an interview from this week, my interview with Maggie from Coexisting on Fightful Overbook should be up by the time this goes out, or will be up in the next couple of hours by the time this goes out. In her words, me with my posh accent, which I found quite funny.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, maybe.
Maggie's one of my favorite people in the world.
That was so fun.
She's great.
Shout out to Rob Wilkins, by the way, because he was the one that was like, I messaged him and was like, bro, I'd really like to connect with your co-host, but her DMs aren't open. Would you mind
obvious reasons.
Yeah, which fair enough. Would you mind making an introduction? And he was like, yeah, cool. And he did the introduction, and we had a really great conversation.
Nice. Yeah, Rob's a good dude. He wouldn't, if he didn't like it, he wouldn't have done that. Just so you know.
He's introduced me to a lot of people.
Nice. Well, that's how you know that Rob likes your work and thinks that you do good stuff. No,
he's such a good guy. I'd love to, I should have asked you this off camera, but one week I'd love to have him on this.
Yeah, as long as he's good with it, dude. Yeah, I'm down anytime. We got the time. We'll do it. He can come on anytime he wants. As long as it works with everybody's schedule. I love Rob.
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Good dude. Good guy. But yeah, man. So you just got a lazy weekend? Just gonna watch wrestling and work? Is that what it sounds like?
Just got work. Maybe try and squeeze a date night in if I can.
Hey, nice.
A little busy. But if not, we're definitely doing something next week, which I do need to discuss with you off camera because that may affect the recording.
That's fine. If need be, we'll do it early or later, whatever we got to do.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Well, I already touched on a little bit earlier. I got a busy weekend coming up. I got to drive to Chicago tomorrow night, Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, so I can be there sometime Thursday evening. I'm staying with my buddy that lives there, like my best friend.
Because when is it? Sunday, right?
The pay-per-view is Sunday, but I got to get to his apartment Thursday because it's weird. He's flying back here to North Carolina because he's to where I'm from to do a family reunion. So it's like to get the gate,
the keys,
the keys and the gate and shit, I either have to get there before he leaves or wait until he gets here and then travel. And I thought about it. If he doesn't get here till Friday, like afternoon, it's like shit. Then I'm not going to get there till late Saturday morning. You know what I mean? Like, so it's 12 hours, 11 hours. So it's like, shit, if I left Friday afternoon, I wouldn't get there till Saturday morning. Then I'm turning around, coming back Monday. So it's like, that doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do it that way. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to leave early, get up there a couple of days early, just kind of settle in and I got friends that live up there. Some of my buddies from other websites, my buddy that works Wrestling Inc. Nick Hausman lives up there. We're going to hang out. Got some buddies out in the suburbs. So do a couple of days of just hanging out in the city by myself. Yeah. I'm not going to do anything.
Have a couple of days of decompressing because I know how hard you work, bro.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm just going to get up there early, just get settled in and just kind of hang out. And then once the weekend actually starts, once like Saturday gets there, that's when it's probably about time to start.
That's like me with this weekend because I've been so busy with recording and stuff like that. Yeah. I've recorded my interview with Maggie, my interview with what's his name? Innes from Inside the Ropes, and my interview with Carissa from Fightful. So I've done 3 interviews already this week. So
Carissa, who from Fightful?
Carissa. She does the Impact reviews.
Okay, I don't know if I know her or not. I have to look it up.
She does the Impact reviews with Joel Pearl.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. I know what you're talking about. I love Joel.
I've always apologized to her, but I really struggle with pronouncing her name because of my speech impediment.
Ah, gotcha. Being all British.
She's like, it's all good.
Is being British a speech impediment? I'm just
kidding. Slightly, but then obviously I've got my other situation.
I'm just fucking with you, man. I've never heard you have a speech impediment, so that's why I was like, is that what you're talking about? Just your British accent?
Is that your speech? the later we do these, the more slower I speak.
Nope. I think you overthink it too much, man. Honestly.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're overthinking
But
it.
anyway,
to me, you just sound British. Even if in like the late night ones we do, you just sound British and slow.
When
it's
Maggie
like
said that, I was like, wait, do I speak posh or do I just speak British?
Is there a difference?
No.
All right. Well, then what?
Exactly.
So what are you talking about? So yes, the answer is yes, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, man, no, you're fine. Don't overthink it too much, bro. Like, I think you just sound British. I wouldn't have had a clue you had a speech impediment. That's why that was my joke. I was like, is your speech impediment you being British? Because I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
No, it's just a slight. Sometimes I go.
Bro, I have a speech impediment. Sometimes my awes. I can't say my awes sometimes, and I do that instead of being
that's brilliant.
Wrestling. It's like wrestling. I can't do it. Every now and then it slips out, and my awes come out like that. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck. I can't say R. I said aw.
I feel like we could be talking for another hour, Cass, but this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, we had a short match, so we're gonna fill a little gap there. But yeah, man, it should be fun. I'll have some stories hopefully when I come back from Chicago next week to talk
hopefully, I mean this bit in the nicest possible way. Hopefully, we don't have a travel story of the ukulele dude.
I'm not on a plane with him, but I always have a good story when I go, dude. I always come back with some fun shit. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so we'll do all female next week, and then the week after we will see.
Yeah, and I'll be back Monday-ish, so we can record anytime after Tuesday.
I was going to say, do you want? Actually, I'll ask you off camera just in case.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. But guys, we appreciate you hanging out with us as always. Another week in the books here at Wrestle Watch by BodySlam.net. We love you guys.
7.
This is episode 7, so we're plugging through. Guys, and always make sure you follow the podcast on Twitter at Wrestle Watch Pod. Wrestle Watch Pod. I got it right. So you got to get that right, bro. You got to get this pod. How are we going to push our Twitter handle?
I created it as
you
well.
And Dom. Bro, my other podcast host, Dom from The Push, he's the same way. He botches our fucking handles and our links.
That's the worst part,
all the time.
I created it.
Mm-hmm. You did. But that's okay. That's all right. But yeah, follow us on Twitter, Wrestle Watch Pod. We got some new followers this week. Make sure you follow us on there. We'll try to be more engaged and more active on there, but we have the poll every week, so that way you don't have to follow one of our accounts to get the poll. You'll see it when it comes up. Make sure you participate, voice your opinion. Hey, leave us match suggestions, do whatever you guys. If you guys want something you want us to put in there to watch, feel free to drop it on the Twitter somewhere or send us a message. Whatever works, we'll definitely put it in there. We'll consider it. We'll get it in there. Hey man, we're all watching this together. We're watching shit together. So if you got something you want us to watch, we'll definitely put it in the rotation to choose from. So feel free to contact us. Don't be shy, guys. We love talking to you. And as always, bodyslam.net. I put it out before. Go to the website. You don't have to wait for the stuff to hit social media to find articles that way. Go to the website instead. Organically find it that way. You can see we got probably 30 articles, 20 articles up already. But if you're waiting for them to share on social media, you probably only seen 5 of them today. So you got to get out there. You got to go to the site and look. Really appreciate all you guys. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter, wherever it is right here. CASSHOOOLE, Casshole with 3 O's, because I'm an asshole. My name is Cassidy. You can find it too. You get a Casshole. Bam, there we are. So that's how you find me. You can find me on everything that way. That's the same username that you find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever. So, yeah, appreciate you guys doing that. As always, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. We're on the way to 1,000 finally. We're getting close. We're over 900 now, so we really appreciate you guys following us and subscribing. We got stuff dropping every day, too. Usually we got different podcasts other than this one. We got post shows dropping all the time. Interviews. Exclusive interviews. We got an interview with Billy Starks that dropped yesterday. I'm recording a pretty big AEW interview this week. I'm still waiting on the time to lock down. Not going to tease you. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. You'll just have to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you'll have to subscribe to the channel and find out when it drops. But it should be dropped this week before the pay-per-view. So just keep following us, guys. Stay in touch with what we got. We're on Twitch. If you guys want to do your stuff that way, go to twitch.tv/bodyslamnet. And like Tom said before, man, we're on every platform pretty much that you get your podcast: Apple Music, Spotify, Google, yada, 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 yada. We're there. Just give us a search. Type in bodyslam.net, podcast interviews. You should be able to find us. Tom, what do you think, buddy? Anything else you want to add before we wrap this bitch up and send it home?
As I say, just please check out my interview with Maggie because I was very proud of that one.
Definitely
follow me on Twitter at Tom Talks Rubbish. Subscribe to my channel, Tom Talks Rubbish, for interviews with the greats in the wrestling media. And as always, Cass, this is a blast and can't wait for next week.
Guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks again for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it, and see you guys.